Okay, so we have the Five of Swords here in terms of what's ending in your life. So Five of Swords has to do a lot of with sometimes defeat, conflict, like surrendering, like could be winning. It's kind of like you're really going through it, not in a good way. Things were tough. Five is like if we're talking numerology, it's a number of like change and like conflict and just hardships in general. So from what I'm understanding here, I feel like in terms of what's coming to an end, whatever specific hardship you were going through, whatever thing where it was like you were putting up that fight and you kind of feel like you lost and you kind of feel defeated when you're kind of in like that surrender mode, like all of that is coming to an end where you're going to be able to drop the mask, stop. Oh, yes, this is all part of like you coming into being your authentic self. And it's like you're no longer focused on filling up other people's cups over yours, if that makes sense. Um, but as a result of everything you were going through, you guys might not have been able to see that you guys are literally coming into this Queen of Swords energy where you are becoming somebody. Well, first of all, I don't know if you guys can see over here, but there's like a butterfly here, and there's also a bird. I don't know if it's an eagle. To be honest, I can't tell. But anyway, this is like major transformation energy, and this is the Queen of Swords is somebody who literally prioritizes herself, takes care of herself, and draws strong boundaries. Some people like to think of her as cold, but she's not actually cold. Um, it's kind of just somebody who protects themselves and knows how they want to be, how they deserve to be treated, and they don't let themselves be walked all over. Like at the same time, they don't. It's like an end to people pleasing, etc. And you might not even see the amount of joy that's going to come from this, and that there's going to be. I want to say harmony, but it's kind of like yes and no. It's kind of like rocking the boat, and ultimately you will reach harmony, but not harmony as in, oh, I'm not bothering anybody. I am keeping the peace. It will be rocky because you're no longer going to keep the peace, but that will bring you like genuine peace at the end of the day, if that makes sense. And then literally this is the time to listen to yourself the most right now. Do not be relying on anybody. Do but anyway, like I was saying, right now is the time for you to really like listen to yourself and like don't really rely on other people for their approval or for their guidance. Like you have more knowledge than you understand. You have more power than you understand. And you and your relationship with faith is going to go a long way. It's going to lead you places that you didn't even know. And it's honestly going to help you work through a lot of your shadow, a lot of your trauma and past experiences. Like I know sometimes we can like look to people to like kind of give us approval of what we're doing or of ourselves, but that is not what we need right now. I think you hold the ultimate approval, if that makes sense. And lastly, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. So I think you're coming to recognize when you're stretching yourself too thin and like when you need support and when you can no longer keep going and just doing things by yourself. And it's also going to be very important for you to learn to be how to be patient with yourself because sometimes we tend to push ourselves, and like we kind of like, oh, we don't need to rest right now. We can like I can get to a little bit more. But no, I think you're going to come to a point where you're going to recognize, hey, I need support. I cannot keep pushing myself like this or else I'm going to burn out, and that's okay. And I'm gonna respect myself and love myself regardless. Anyway, that's what I have for the collective for tomorrow's solar eclipse.